So today we are going to discuss about introduction about FEM. Okay, right. It's a disturbance. Please wait. Okay. No. Okay, right. So then see here, we are going to know about introduction about FEM. Introduction FEM. సో దీంట్లో మెయిన్ గా మనం చెప్పాల్సింది ఏంటంటే స్టిఫ్నెస్. ఓకే, ఈ స్టిఫ్నెస్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ మెథడ్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. వీటిని బట్టి మనకు ఫెమ్ అనేది ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది ఏంటి అనేది మనం నేర్చుకోబోతున్నాం ఇక్కడ. సో ఇన్ దిస్ చాప్టర్ ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ది బేసిక్ కాన్సెప్ట్. ఓకే, on which the direct stiffness method is founded. The linear spring is introduced first because it provides a simple and generally instructive tool to illustrate the basic concepts. Okay, so now here we see that basic concepts ఎలా ఉంటాయి ఏంటి అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ వన్ బై వన్ చూద్దాం. ఫస్ట్ ఇక్కడ మనం తీసుకున్నట్లయితే ఒక స్ప్రింగ్ అనేది మనం తీసుకున్నట్లయితే ఎలిమెంట్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, అలాగే 3 స్ప్రింగ్ అసెంబుల్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా, దీంట్లో ఏంటంటే మనకి ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎలిమెంట్ అంటే ఏం లేదు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీకు ఇది ఒక 1 ఎలిమెంట్. ఓకే, దీంట్లో వచ్చేసరికి ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ ఫిక్స్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. ఓకే, దిస్ పాయింట్స్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీడమ్. సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీడమ్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఏంటి అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ సెట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో దెన్ ఫస్ట్ హియర్ వి సీ, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ టేక్ ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ and now here I going to draw spring. This is the force is acting on here x axis. Okay, this is రెండు ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ డిగ్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీడమ్ ఇస్ 2. And then now here we see 3 dimensions. Okay, this one is called here, okay, single spring. And then now here we see, now here also I am going to draw spring like this. We just observe. This is three-dimensional. So this coming from here, point 3 spring assembly. So 3 spring assembly, there is one direction only. So that's a single spring. See here, it will move only one direction. Now it will come to here. It will move upward, X direction, and then Y direction. So I can put it Z, Y, X. So ఇక్కడ 3 direction లో మనకు మూవ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి this element is called 3 spring assembling. Okay, so ఈ విధంగా మనం assembling చేసుకుంటాం. So that it will be a more widely understood concept when applied of necessity to elements with large number of degree of freedom in subsequent. Okay, and now here the first one you can find out here, stiffness of matrix. The stiffness matrix. So what is matrix? Is stiffness matrix ante enti? Okay, that is the thing is with the stiffness matrix is essential to understanding the stiffness method. Okay, the method how to find the problem, and we define the stiffness matrix like here follows. For an element is stiffness matrix K. Okay, element తీసుకున్నారంటే single element. Okay, that stiffness matrix stiffness method. Okay, that stiffness method you can take here matrix, stiffness matrix, then here take K. Okay, denote with K, that this thing is function of K into D. This is the stiffness of matrix. Here is nothing but here the K is stiffness of the spring. K is stiffness of the spring, and this is displacement of the spring. K is stiffness of the spring, and D is displacement of the spring. And what is the F? Nodal force. This is called here nodal force. And then now here I am write down here F. This is equal to nodal force. And then now here K, there is a denotes here. K denotes, it will represent as spring constant. This is called here spring constant. And then come to here D. D is called displacement, nodal displacement, not displacement. This is coming from, you can take nodal displacement. Okay, nodal displacement. Okay, the similarly you can see here this one is coming from here. The formula is the picture of this one, the single spring element. Okay, the single spring element, we are going to take, this is the equation. And what about this in 3 spring assemble? Okay, for a continuous medium or structure compressing a series of elements, such as the symbol here 1 and 2. Okay, then 1 and 2. Here also same thing, the stiffness of the matrix is K, and global coordinates X, Y, Z, and nodal displacement is coming from here to here, some of the distance it will take D as it is. So the global force also you can consider F. Okay, total whole force. Okay, the whole medium or structure, you can write here similar way, the capital F and the capital K, and displacement is small as usual. Okay, this is the thing. So this one is coming from 3 spring assembly, and this one is coming from single spring element. See here, this is the small one, and here it will take K is the capital and F also capital. Okay, where K represents the stiffness matrix of the whole spring assembly. This K1 is represents whole spring assembly. Okay, now, so this is the point, and now here we see the derivation of the stiffness matrix for the spring. Okay, and now here I am going to derive derivation of the stiffness matrix for a spring element. Okay, now here we see the spring element. I am going to draw a diagram. First, this is the one element. Now I am going to spring. This is coming from single element spring. Okay. Element 2. Now here small k, you can take small k. And now here 2 here is coming from length. This one is coming from a length. Okay. And then the starting point here, the force acting here. The starting point of force here, I can take F1, X is the direction, and then U1, velocity, speed. Okay. Now here we take similarly F2, X, comma, U2. This is the our convenience values. You can take the force. Okay. So the figure name you can take here. This is the name is called linear spring element with positive nodal displacement and force convention. Okay, nodal displacement and force convention. Okay. Now here we see this nodal displacement are called degree of freedom. Okay. At each node, this is one node and two nodes. Positive direction for the forces and displacements at each node are taken in the positive x direction. Positive, here, take the x direction. Okay. So now here we see the function here, two functions, two functions is there. So you can write here F1x, F2x, that is equal to the first notation here, K. I take K matrix, okay. K 1 1 and 2 is there. So 1 first notation 1, that is the spring is notation K 1 1, and notation 2 here K 1 2. K 1 2, you can write 1 2, and then come to second line, you can write 2 1 and 2 2 like this. Now here the displacement here. The displacement you can take here U1, U2. U1 and U2. You can create like this, that matrix. Okay. So where the element stiffness coefficient Kij of K matrix, that the thing here K, I, J. This one is I, you can take this one is K. Of the K matrix, stiffness matrix, okay, are to be determined. Now we are going to find this thing. And recall that thing, here we see some of the elements, that is the freedom will all other displacement are 0. You can take freedom, all elements displacement are 0. That is when dj is equal to 1 and dk is equal to 0 for small k is not equal to j. Our force factor, F factor, that is equal to k into I into j. So this is, we can find out the force. Okay, you can find out this force. And now here we see, this is the equation for the force. Now we take some of the linear springs subjected to tensile forces. I am going to apply here tensile forces. That the thing here is first notation 1. This is spring. Notation 2. The tensile force is acting like this, X direction. The tensile force is acting like this. Then here to here is length, I take L. And that the similar way, okay, that's the similar way, I'm going to take here tensile force in both sides. This is X and tensile force is acting T. Okay, and now here also acting T, that the direction is X. Now this one is going U1 and this one you can take here U2. This is K, small k. And now here also you can put small k here also. Okay, so this is the thing, one is called linear spring. Linear spring subjected to tensile force. Okay, this is linear to subjected to tensile force. Here we are going to explain this thing. Here we see that the step 1, we can take here the step 1. Consider the linear spring element, which can be an element in a system of force springs subjected to resultant nodal tensile forces T. Okay, and now here figure we see that you see here, this is in equilibrium, has to be a equilibrium. One force is acting like this and one force is acting like this. So then this is called in equilibrium condition. Okay, so in this equilibrium condition, x-axis is directed from node 1 to 2. This is node 1 to 2. Okay, the original distance between nodes before determination is denoted by L. The original distance is, you can take L. Okay, the material property, spring constant of the element is K. Now here we see step 2, you can going to see here, and now I'm going to take here step 2 is, in step 2 we are going to see here U is equal to A1 plus A2 into X. A1 plus A2 into X. Or how we can write down this A1 plus A2 into X. This is the donations, and I donate the here A1 is coming from here in here. This notation you can take, you can area of this thing A1 and come to this denote, here is coming to take T2, then on point 2, here is U2. So that the thing here we called A2 into direction of X. So A2 into X. So similar way you can take this one, the equation you can write here with the matrix formation. 1 into x, okay, and the displacement here A1, A2. This is the matrix formation for this denote, okay, this spring. You can observe here first one. This is single spring element. We form the matrix form like this. And 3 elements. You see here 3 elements, the formation of 3 elements. Forward direction and 2 denotes F1, F2 with X, X. And now here U1, U2 and matrix formation is K. The spring displacement here is K11 to 12. At the same time K21 to K22. Okay, and come to here the force. How can find out the force? Here is once you know the K value, then here the force Fi, Y star we can take I. I will give example here. Coordination system. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Now the x-axis direction you can take I, the y-axis direction you can take z, and z-axis you can take k, I, j, k. Then here we see only the x direction will going apply the force. Then only x-axis means working. So then the z is k not equal to j. Why? Because there is no force on y-axis. Okay, here only consider x-axis only. So x-axis you can take that the thing here is I. The force here force acting. The force, this is I. Yeah, force I. For example, you can find out this direction. You need to write down Fj. You can need to find out in this direction of force. You can write down Fk like this. But in matrix of formation, you can take two sides. But J is not equal to K. J is not equal to K. That means this one is not equal to, not equal. So then we can take here Fi is equal to K into I into J. That means here is vector. Okay, this is the vector approach. Okay. So this is the procedure to calculate the terms, and here we see the tensile force. When we are applying tensile force, here we don't apply any tensile force on this. And now here we see applying tensile force in one side, and this one is we are going to apply tensile force in both sides. In tensile force is applying in one direction, there is nothing to change anything, and but tensile force is applying in both sides, one denoted 1 and denoted 2. Here we see here U1 and U2. Then it will form of matrix formation here. U is equal to 1 into x. That is the thing is here into A1, A2. That is the matrix formation in tensile force. Okay. And some of the examples we are going to discuss and some of the derivations is there. After going to this, some of tensile forces in different way, different direction, how it will happen, the matrix formation. Okay, we will see in next class. Now I'm going to unmute yourselves. You can ask any doubts. Okay, unmute yourselves. These all are basics. Okay, you don't worry about this. These all are basics, and once we are going to solve the problems, we can understand what happened. Okay. Right. Okay. Pramila? Hello? Any doubts? Hello? Pramila, attendance తీసుకున్నావమ్మా? ఓకే ఓకే రైట్ ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే చెప్పండి, ఒక 5 minutes. Okay, right. So we are going to end the program. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Let's stop the record.